let's sit down and meditate together. Sit comfortably and adjust your sitting position for your most comfort or sabai. Adjust your sitting position in a way that you can relax all the muscles in your body very well. Relaxation is very important, so do spend some time to adjust your sitting position until you are very, very satisfied. Satisfaction is also very important because once you are very satisfied with your sitting position and with all the things around you, you feel very relaxed. You have no more worry about those body position or anything else. Then you can focus pretty much with your meditation. So do spend some time relaxing your body very well until all the muscles in the body started to be very, very relaxed. Close your eyes very, very slowly and very gently, like you are about to sleep, very gently. You can also slightly close your eyes and keep your eyes slightly open for a moment. Keep it that way until you feel very relaxed. Then your eyes will be closed properly later on. That is to prevent any stress in your eyes. Allow all the muscles in your eyes to be very relaxed. And once you can have a good relaxation of all the muscles in your eyes, all the other muscles in your whole body will be relaxed as well. So eye closing properly is very, very important, that you have to be very careful, because many people who have problem in the practice because they do not close their eyes properly. Take some deep breathing for a moment by breathing in very, very slowly and very deeply. Allow your breath go all the way to the deepest point in your abdomen. And we learn that the deepest point of our breath is the center of our body. Learn to recognize the position well and remember that position so you can focus your attention at that position later on. So let's do this slow and long deep breathing few times until you are very, very satisfied. After that, you can just breathe in the normal way and pay no more attention to your breath. Just like all other occasions that we rarely pay attention to our breath. And once you are satisfied, with a long and deep breathing. From now on, let's just breathe in a normal way. And imagine that you are sitting alone among very beautiful nature, that you really enjoy this moment. You are satisfied with everything, and you like to have a good rest of your body and your mind. Imagine also that inside of our body is only empty space, without any organ, liquid or bone. Imagine that our whole body is transparent, as clear as the crystal. And inside is just empty space. And at this moment, let's stay with our empty state of the mind for a moment. Learn to bring your mind to an empty stage without any thought, and keep it free from expectation, free from everything. Just like you have a good break for your mind. For many of you, maybe you can do this for a very long time. But for some of you, doing this thing can be a little bit difficult, because this is against the natural nature of the mind, that it keeps on wandering and thinking about many different things. Today, I'd like to introduce how to use the mantra together with visualization of the meditation object in order to support your practice better. But please remember that no matter what way you are using, you have to be certain that you feel very comfortable and very relaxed. So whenever you start losing your good feeling, your comfortable feeling, it means you are doing something not right. Because once you start losing the feeling of sabai, or the feeling of comfort and relaxed, it means you are doing the thing wrongly. Please restart the whole thing again. Do not worry about that can slow down the process. This is very important, that you learn to restart the whole thing every time once the things are not going well in this process. Do not worry about slowing down, because it's very important not to get stuck with the wrong procedure. That once you do more and more of those, it will become your habit of doing the thing in the wrong way. So be very careful that you always do this thing properly for all the time. And be mindful enough to adjust and restart the thing once you start feeling uncomfortable in the process. So at this moment, let's imagine that you have a very small crystal ball that's very nice and very clear, floating inside your body at the very center of your abdomen. Imagine the crystal ball in a very, very comfortable way, without trying so hard. Just like a good memory of something you are familiar with. For example, the face of your parents or the face of your loved one. That whenever you start thinking about those, the picture comes to your mind right away, without using any effort. Your meditation object should be performed in that way, even though you are not familiar with the crystal ball. But whatever you can imagine of the crystal ball, just use that for the beginning period. It can be very blurry, it can be very dark. But do not worry, as long as you have the feeling that the crystal ball is over there, and you stay with that feeling that the crystal ball is inside, at the very center of your body, or at the position that you feel comfortable with at the moment. And together with that, if you can do it properly and comfortably, let's imagine the sound of the mantra rising from very inside of yourself. Imagine that the sound of the mantra keeps on rising again, again, and again, consciously, and you just only listen to that sound comfortably. And the sound is Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Do that together with imagination of your crystal ball. So every time you imagine the crystal ball, imagine the sound rising from inside as well. Do that in a very, very comfortable way. And please remember that using the mantra and the meditation object is just to support the process of getting the mind to the peaceful stage. Later on, once your mind becomes very peaceful, you might have the feeling that you no longer need to use the mantra. Or sometimes the mantra sound kind of disappears. Once it happens, do not worry about the mantra anymore, because we use the mantra and meditation object just to support the stillness of the mind at the very beginning period. Once your mind becomes very peaceful, maybe you don't need anything else. You can just hold on to that peaceful state of the mind for a very long time. Allow your mind to become more and more settled from all the things, from all the wandering thoughts, until your mind is brought to a complete standstill, which is very different from the regular situation. You would feel the stillness of the mind very clearly until you have no more doubt about this thing. And at that moment, you will start to attain the great amount of inner peace, the great amount of happiness, the inner peace and inner happiness that would normally come with the brightness from inside. Whenever you start to attain those things, only observe your experience without criticism or question in your mind, without interruption. Allow your mind to be more and more peaceful and become to complete standstill. Then more and more experience from inside will start to come out and be very clear in your mind, more and more. You will learn more about the inside of yourself along what we call the middle path or the middle way. In Pali language, we call that Majjhima Patipatha, the middle path. That you can go deeper and deeper to many different dimensions of your mind. And every time you experience anything, only observe that and do not try to interrupt. Once you can do that very well, you would have a way to go deeper and deeper inside. You will be amazed about all the inner experience that you can attain. Then all the inner wisdom will be more and more obvious to you. This is something very important, something very special that I'd like all of you to have experience and learn from the inside of yourself in this kind of meditation. So again, at this moment, focus your mind in a very comfortable way, very sabai. Be mindful with the picture of your meditation object and the sound of the mantra Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Now let's do this together, quietly. Always remember to bring your mind back to the center. Once you realize it slips away, remember to visualize your meditation object and hear the mantra consciously. Do that again, again, and again, as long as you can do that. สัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังNow let's focus very well at our center. If you attain the brightness at the center, stay very well focused with that brightness. But for all of you who still have not attained that brightness yet, let's imagine that the center of ourselves is the center of the brightness. Imagine that the crystal ball become very bright and very clear. Think about all the happiness and your love, your loving kindness, all the peace from inside that you like to share with the people of the world, like to share with all the beings of the world. Imagine that all those things, like the brightness, the crystal ball itself, the happiness, the peace, the love and the loving kindness from your center is being spread in all directions to your front, to your back, to your right, to your left, to above, to below. Imagine that they spread in all directions, cover your whole body, sending your love and a loving kindness and happiness to yourself. Wish you all the good things, the happiness, and free from suffering. Allow those things to be spread further and further, to cover the whole room, cover the whole building. Go to the neighbors, touch everyone, people, animal. Send your love, your loving kindness, your happiness, and the peace from inside to everyone. Make a wish that all of them be blessed with happiness, with peace, and may all the beings in this world be able to live together peacefully, like brothers, like sisters, like people in the same family that share all the good things together. Someday, sometime in the future, we all will have to leave this world behind. So may all be able to live together peacefully. No more hatred, no more war. Allow this feeling go further and further and further. Cover the whole town. Cover many towns. Cover the whole country that we are in. Cover many countries. Go above in the sky and down through the ground until this feeling cover the whole world, touch everyone, every being in this world. Can go on beyond the world boundary to the universe without limitation. Go further, further, and further.